Fuck, what the fuck is that called? This is a Sony VRD-MC1 video recordable DVD drive. What does that do? Well, it records video onto DVDs, but it does it a little differently than your standard video recordable DVD drive. On the left side of the unit, we have a standalone / PC print switch. You can put it on standalone, and you just go ahead and put your VCR inputs in here, put a DVD in here, hit record, and you record your video onto your DVD. On the front here, we have the opening for the DVD drive. That's where you put your DVDs into. On the right side, we have a selection of memory card openings. So you can go ahead and use your compact flash, memory stick, SD card, Sony's proprietary memory stick Duo Pro whatever. On the front of the unit, we have a Sony branding LCD screen. It's tiny, but it is color. Navigation buttons, a stop button, and a dedicated record button that actually lights up around the edge, so you know that it's recording. Yay! This was made in February of 2006, which means it's probably older than a lot of you kids. So you gotta respect your elders and actually appreciate this damn thing. Now, we'll go ahead and plug it in, and I'll show you how it works. Ooh. Now I already have a disc in there, so it's gonna read it and it'll say check video cable, because Uncle Matt forgot to take the disc out when he stopped using it. So this is pretty much what you get when it starts up. It says check video cable. Obviously I don't have a video cable plugged in there. We will fix that momentarily, but first I'm gonna go through some of the menus and items with you. So this is the main menu. You can select all your options from this one menu, and this is the only menu in this machine. This is it. That's all you get. Video, DVD, memory card to DVD. I think those are pretty explanatory. Video to DVD actually is these inputs over here. Memory card to DVD is if you want to use a memory card with a video on it and put it to DVD. Whoops. DVD video preview is when you're done recording your video to the DVD, you've hit stop, you go into setup, you go down to finalize disc, and it'll finalize that disc. Then you can go to video DVD preview, which I'll select here because there is a disc in there. And that's the menu that comes up when you pop this thing into a DVD player. So it just shows you what it's going to look like on your DVD player, on your TV, what have you. Photo view print. You can essentially use this thing as a photo printer. I don't know why that was such a huge thing in the early 2000s, being able to print photos. Maybe you have to be one of those people that takes photos a lot and you like to print your own photos, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a photographer. Setup is where you essentially set up everything that you're going to do. Full dubbing for DV. I don't exactly know what that does, but it has something to do with the video camera and dubbing audio onto your video. I'm not sure. Record quality. I've got it on high quality. You have a whole list of options here. HSP, standard play, long play, and standard long play. I'm not sure. I put it on high quality because, I mean, everybody likes high quality, right? Auto stop timer. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. You automatically stop recording the video at certain intervals, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours. Wow, it goes all the way up to 8 hours. Auto chaptering, I have it turned on for every 15 minutes. That's just the DVD structure that it's going to make. You can select it to whatever you want, but 15 minutes is good enough for me. Whoops. There we go. Slideshow BGM, I don't know what that is. Okay, so got my VCR here. This is the VCR I'm using. It's an AudioVox. It's a rather small unit because it's actually from an old limousine that used to be cutting edge and fancy and, you know, for rich people, but now they're just rotting in the junkyard. So it's a 12-volt unit, and it sucks, but it works. We'll go ahead and put our video cables in. Okay, now I've got my VCR hooked up through the video cables. Everything's ready to go. My disc is blank. Well, at least I erased it with the machine, so it thinks it's blank. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the VCR and hit play and hit record. So that's actually what it looks like on screen there. It just shows you a preview. There's no audio coming out of it. Obviously, there's no audio output on this device, but I mean, that's essentially what it does. And now I can go sit at home, pop this DVD into the DVD player. Wherever you have a DVD player, I can watch this now instead of having to set up a VCR. Now remember that PC standalone switch that I showed earlier, and I said I was going to say something about it, but then I never did? Well, here's the part where I say something about it. You can actually use this as a computer DVD drive. So if you go ahead and put a USB-A cable into there and plug the other end into your computer and hit that switch to PC/print, what it'll do is it'll install the drivers for the DVD RW that's actually inside here. So you can use it as a standard DVD drive on your computer. Not only that, it'll let you install printer drivers so that you can actually print, again, photos from your SD card that you put in here. I mean, talk about cramming a bunch of features into something that doesn't require those features, but again, I'm not a photographer, so maybe that's super special. I don't know. 2006 was a crazy year for Sony, apparently, so there it is. That's what it is, kids. That's what it does. I know this isn't super exciting, but I mean, that's really cool to me. We never had this kind of technology. Okay, and I'm just gonna let this record, and when it comes to the end time of the recording, remember, I only have about an hour on this because I've selected high quality, but that's okay. I just transfer it over to my computer anyways. So we'll come back to this when it's probably around, I don't know, 58 minutes, 59 minutes. We'll come back. Don't go away. Okay, we're coming up on almost an hour here, and we're just gonna hit the stop button. It's gonna finish writing to the disk. After you hit stop, it tells you to wait for a few minutes, and then it'll go back to this screen that just says check your video cable. Now, if you had used a normal DVD, you'd have to go into your main menu and hit finalize disk. That's only if you're using a regular non-rewritable DVD. If you're using a rewritable like I am, you can try to finalize as a disk, but it says cannot finalize. That's fine. Now that that's done, what I'm going to do is hook up my USB cable to my computer and use Handbrake software to convert the video. So if you're like me and you have a million VHS discs just sitting around. VHS discs? What the fuck? Yeah, let's just throw on some VHS discs, kids. That's a thing. You don't know. You weren't born.